Hello friends, welcome back to VOWIAS. Welcome to the discussion on daily MCQ. Today is 14th of March 2022 and now we are going to discuss 5 MCQs based on the current affairs. तो चलिए शुरू करते हैं. But before we begin, a small information. We are providing daily 5 MCQs and the discussion video will be uploaded in the YouTube and the PDF of the discussion will be available at free of cost in our Telegram channel. So if you want to follow the current affairs, if you want to prepare the current affairs thoroughly, this is a very good platform for you. Okay, now let's quickly begin. Let's look at the first question. India's first 100% women owned industrial park opened in which of the following state? A. Maharashtra, B. Kerala, C. Gujarat and D. Telangana. And the correct option is D. Telangana. Recently it was in news because India's first 100% women owned industrial park was opened in Hyderabad, capital of Telangana, commemorating the International Women's Day of 2022. The park is promoted by FICCI Ladies Organization. It was built on 50 acres of land in Sultanpur, which is near Patancheru. The FLO is the FLO, which is FICCI Ladies Organization, is the women's wing of the Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which is the top body for industrial people of India. Okay, so it's a pressure group at the end of the day. Now let's look at the next question, the second question. The problem of international liquidity is related to the non-availability of A. goods and services, B. gold and silver, C. dollar and other hard currencies, D. exportable surplus. You have to choose the correct option and the correct option is C. dollar and other hard currencies. So whenever we talk about liquidity, we are talking about liquidity of currency. The currency we are talking about, we are not talking about anything else. We are not talking about goods and services or gold or silver or petrol or anything. Liquidity crisis is always a crisis which is related to the currency. Even in economy, when we talk about the liquidity, that means we are talking about currency. If there is huge liquidity, means there is currency surplus. If there is more currency, that is called as currency surplus, and because of this, what will happen? Inflation will rise. Right? Inflation will rise. This is the thing. So explanation is given here, the same thing which I told you, you can just go through it. Now let's look at the next question. The third question with reference to BrahMos missile, which of the following are correct? First one, BrahMos is named after the rivers Brahmaputra of India and Moskova of Germany. Second one, it operates on fire and forget principle. You have to choose the correct option. A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2 and D neither 1 nor 2. And if you see BrahMos missile, so this is a missile which it is a subsonic missile, right? Sorry, it is a supersonic missile. Currently the BrahMos 2 will be hypersonic, not subsonic, it is supersonic missile. It's a cruise missile. So recently it was in news because of the misfire, technical malfunction that happened in BrahMos and it landed in Pakistan. So that's why it was in news. So BrahMos is a joint collaboration between India and Russia. In BrahMos, the Bra stands for Brahmaputra river and Mos stands for the Moskova river of Russia, not Germany. So the first statement is wrong, whereas second statement is right because it operates on the principle of fire and forget. So fire and forget means once it is fired, it cannot be recalled back. It cannot be recalled. So that is why it is called as fire and forget. So B2 only is the correct answer. So as I said, recently India acknowledged the technical malfunction that happened in BrahMos and that's the reason missile went and it landed in Pakistan. Okay, so that's why it was in news. And it is a joint venture. The BrahMos is joint venture between India and Russia. The DRDO is the lead agency of India and NPOM of Russia is the lead agency, named on two rivers, Brahmaputra and Moskova. It is a two-stage missile. The solid engine is in the first stage and liquid ramjet in the second. It is a multi-platform missile, that is, it can be launched from land, air and sea, and multi-capability missile with pinpoint accuracy that works in both day and night irrespective of weather conditions. It operates on the fire and forget principle and do not require further guidance after the launch. It is the fastest cruise missile currently operational with the speed of Mach 2.8, which is nearly 3 times the speed of sound. So that is why it is called supersonic. Right? Now let's look at the next one. Consider the following statements regarding National Youth Parliament. Recently it was in news. National Youth Parliament Festival. Just a second. So first statement is, the first edition of National Youth Parliament Festival was organized in 2019 with the theme, Be the Voice of New India and Find Solution and Contribute to the Policy. Second one, all recognized educational institutions of the country are eligible to participate in this program. Which of the following are correct? A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. The correct option is, it is about National Youth Festival, and both the statements are correct. The first edition was organized in 2019 with the theme Be the Voice. So that's the first statement is right, and the second statement is also right because all recognized educational institutions are eligible to participate. So C both 1 and 2 is the correct answer. Both 1 and 2 is the correct answer. So recently the third edition of the National Youth Parliament Festival was conducted in the Central Hall of the Parliament in New Delhi. That's why this was news. Okay. Sorry. So the NYPF National Youth Parliament Festival is based on the idea given by Prime Minister in his Mann Ki Baat address in 2017. So objective is to hear the voice of youth in this age bracket of 18 to 25 who are allowed to vote but cannot contest in the elections, because youth are the future of the country, and this is for that. First edition was organized in 2019 with the theme Be the Voice of New India and Find Solutions and Contribute to Policy. Second edition was organized in 2020 with the theme Yuva Utsah Naya Bharat Ka, and Kishore Sabha for students of class 9 to 12, Tarun Sabha for UG and PG students, and the registration will be done by educational institutions through web portal organized by Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. Now let's look at the last question. Consider the following statements regarding the Sohrai Murals. First one, Sohrai Murals is an indigenous art platform practiced by the women of Santal community. Second one, the ritualistic art is done on the mud walls to welcome the harvest and to celebrate the cattle. Which of the following are correct? A 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. The correct option is C both 1 and 2. Santal community of Odisha and Jharkhand are changing their ways of painting traditional Sohrai murals to modernity. That's why it was news. Sohrai is the harvest festival of Bihar, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Odisha and West Bengal. It is called cattle festival. So there is similar kind of harvest festival in South India called Sankranti, also called as Pongal. So in South India, this is the cattle festival for them. Sankranti is the cattle festival, Pongal is the cattle festival for them. Okay, so the Sohrai murals is an indigenous art form practiced by the women of Santal community. And the ritualistic art is done on mud walls to welcome the harvest and to celebrate the cattle. The women clean their houses, decorate their walls with murals of Sohrai arts. Sohrai art can be monochromatic or colorful, and people coat their walls with multiple layers of white mud. While it is still active, they draw with their fingertips. The design range from flowers to fruits and various other nature-inspired things. Cow dung was earlier used to cake the walls of the house, and it is used to add color. The dark outline is visible due to the previously applied contrasting white mud coat. The artists are spontaneous in their drawing, and the personal experience of the artist and their interaction with nature is the biggest influence of this drawing. That is called as Sohrai mural. Okay. Now let's these are the 5 questions for the day. And before I leave, just a small information. We are providing Vision Prelims Test Series Summary, Vision Monthly Magazine Summary, and Vision Mains Test Series Summary. You can subscribe and get any of these summaries, or if you want, you can take all of these summaries as a combo. For new students, we are giving a flat 15% off, and for old students, we are giving flat 25% off. You can pay the money and you can get it from the Telegram channel. All the details are available there. The Telegram channel details are there in the description. So that's it guys from my side. I'll see you again tomorrow with 5 more MCQs. Till then, keep studying and stay tuned. Jai Hind.